While the world slept, the Roman legions were already awake. Long before the sun crested the horizon, their day had begun. They weren't just soldiers, they were architects of an empire, and their foundation was built every single morning. They lived by a creed that we've almost forgotten. Discipline is the path to greatness. Have you ever wondered what would happen if you started your day like a Roman warrior? Imagine this. The sky is still dark. The air is crisp and cool. There are no soft pillows, no gentle alarms, no scrolling through feeds. There is only the mission. The first act of the day is a shock to the system, a splash of cold water to the face, not for comfort, but for clarity. It's a signal to the mind, wake up, be alert. The battle begins now, the battle against weakness, against laziness, against the part of you that begs for 5 more minutes, then movement. Not a slow, groggy stumble to the coffee pot, but deliberate, purposeful stretching. Inhaling deeply, exhaling the last remnants of sleep, preparing the body for the demands of the day just as they prepared for the demands of the battlefield. This wasn't just about flexibility. It was about connecting the mind and body, forging them into a single, focused weapon. Before the first light of dawn, a test of strength, 100 push-ups, not as a punishment, but as a declaration. A statement that says, I am stronger than my desire for ease. With each repetition, they weren't just building muscle, they were building resolve. They were proving to themselves that they could push past pain, past exhaustion. Think about the silence. No phone buzzing, no notifications pulling your attention in 1,000 different directions. Only focus. The mind, free from distraction, becomes sharper than any gladius, any sword. Their armor was polished and ready, but their most formidable weapon was their unwavering concentration, honed in the quiet discipline of the morning. Every single legionary understood a fundamental truth. Laziness kills more than any enemy. A moment of inattention on the battlefield could be fatal. A moment of weakness in the morning routine was the seed of that fatal error. The routine was their shield. It was power. Through constant repetition, they built an unbreakable mental and physical strength. There were no days off. There was no, I'm feeling tired today. That was a luxury they couldn't afford and a mindset they wouldn't tolerate. Each sunrise was a new test of will, a chance to reaffirm their commitment. Did they want to be ordinary, or did they want to be Roman? This discipline wasn't seen as a burden. It was the ultimate freedom. Freedom from the slavery of impulse, emotion, and fatigue. By mastering themselves first, they could master any battlefield, any challenge that stood before them. They knew that the man who controls his morning controls his day, and the man who controls his days controls his destiny. This isn't just a history lesson, it's a blueprint. You don't need to join an army to build an empire within yourself. You just need the discipline of a soldier. That power, that resolve is waiting for you in the quiet hours before dawn. So I challenge you, wake up early, face the cold, fight your own weakness. Don't let comfort be your enemy. Don't let distraction be your downfall. Start treating your morning not as a slow beginning, but as the most important battle of your day. Win that battle and you'll be unstoppable. Remember the legionaries. Remember their creed. Discipline creates destiny. Be the soldier of your own life. Conquer your morning and you will conquer your world. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, follow for your daily dose of motivation. Your journey to the next level starts now. Subscribe and become part of the Legion. While the rest of the world was lost in dreams, A different kind of dawn was breaking across the Roman camps long before the first rays of sun crested the horizon. The legions were awake. They were training, hardening their bodies and minds because they lived by a simple, powerful creed. Discipline is the path to greatness. Imagine that for a moment. What if you started your morning not with the gentle buzz of an alarm and the lure of a warm bed, but with the iron will of a Roman warrior? What if you chose to conquer your day before it even began? Let's step back in time and walk through the morning of a Roman soldier. Their day didn't start with comfort. It didn't start with excuses. It started with a decision. They would wake before the sun, a silent promise to themselves to own the day. The first act was a shock to the system, a splash of cold water to the face, not just to wake up, but to sharpen the senses, to alert the mind that the time for action had arrived. This wasn't about comfort, it was about command. Command over your own state of being. Then they would move, stretching their limbs, feeling the muscles awaken, breathing deeply to fill their lungs with the cool, pre-dawn air. This wasn't a gentle yoga session, it was preparation for battle. Every stretch, every breath was a rehearsal for the rigors to come. Their physical conditioning was relentless. Think about it, 100 push-ups before the sun even showed its face. This wasn't about building beach muscles. It was about forging a body that would not fail under pressure. And what was conspicuously absent? Distraction. There was no phone to scroll through, no feed to check, no notifications to answer. There was only focus. Pure, undiluted focus on the task at hand. Their mind was their primary weapon, and they sharpened it with the same diligence they used on their swords. While their gear was being prepared, the armor polished, the shield checked, their mind was being fortified. Every soldier in the legion, from the newest recruit to the seasoned centurion, understood a fundamental truth. Laziness kills more than the enemy's sword. In the unforgiving world of ancient warfare, a moment of weakness, a single lapse in discipline, could mean the difference between life and death. Your enemy would not wait for you to feel motivated. Your enemy would exploit your fatigue. So their routine became their power. This relentless repetition, day in, day out, wasn't monotonous. It was transformative. It built a kind of strength that was more than just physical. It built an unbreakable will. There were no days off. The phrase, "I'm tired," didn't exist in their vocabulary. Each morning was a new test, a new opportunity to prove their commitment, to reaffirm their strength. They didn't see this discipline as a punishment, far from it. They understood that true freedom wasn't the ability to do whatever you want, whenever you want. True freedom was the mastery of the self, the freedom from weakness, the freedom from impulse, the freedom from the tyranny of your own fleeting moods. By mastering themselves in the quiet hours of the morning, they were preparing to master the chaos of the battlefield. There's a powerful lesson here that transcends time. The man who controls his morning controls his day. The man who controls his day controls his life. The man who controls his life controls his destiny. The principles that forged the most dominant military force in history can forge a more powerful version of you. You don't need to join an army to be a warrior. The greatest battles are often fought within our own minds. The battle against procrastination, the battle against self-doubt, the battle against the easy path. You can be the soldier of your own life. You can be the commander of your own destiny. It starts with a simple choice. Wake up early, fight your weakness. Don't let your comfort zone become your cage. Splash that cold water on your face. You do the work when no one is watching. Put the phone away and connect with your own purpose. Build your routine and let that routine build you. Because the Romans were right. Discipline creates destiny. Your destiny isn't something that happens to you. It's something you build, one disciplined morning at a time. It's time to stop wishing and start doing. Be the architect of your own strength. Be the master of your own fate. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the mind of a warrior. If this message resonated with you, if you're ready to forge your own destiny, then join our Legion, follow for daily motivation, and subscribe to Journey to Next Level. Let's build our empires together, one morning at a time.